Agenda 111 risks being brought to its knees as government is sued over an alleged procurement breach in the award of a contract for the construction of the hospitals across the country. South Dayi MP Roxanne Nelson Defiametbo, in a writ filed at the High Court, says government ignored procurement laws when it awarded the building design contract to Dayi and Associates and wants the courts to declare the contract null and void. He alleges that an amount of $6 million of public money has already been paid to the company as consultancy fees. This, he argues, breaches portions of Ghana's constitution. The MP also proceeds to list various government actions he finds contrary to law. These are stated in the writs issued on his behalf by his lawyer, Need Patosomwa Ado. Kweku Asante joins me via Zoom with more details on this. Kweku, when was the writ filed and what more grounds does he provide for filing this suit?
All right, and so this suit, per our sources at the High Court Registry, was filed today. And among other things, this suit is seeking to do two things in one. First, it's raising concerns about the contract that was awarded to Dayi and Associates to undertake the architectural drawings for the project to be undertaken, and also the insurance deal that has been handed to Enterprise Group to be able to insure the project. So according to this suit that was filed, the procurement laws, according to Mr. Roxanne Nelson was not followed in handing these contracts to Dayi and Associates. We know that earlier, the Institute of Ghana Architects had also raised similar issues, saying that there was no competitive tendering, to which this specific issue was raised when the Agenda 111 came up. And so it is expected that the court will soon set a date for these issues to be addressed. But it says that the plaintiff, according to him, the Ministry of Works and Housing, which was the entity responsible for procuring the services of an insurance broker and insurance company in relation to the Agenda 111, was mandated by the Public Procurement Act to do so by competitive tendering processes. It continues that the plaintiff says that the reasonable alternatives existed, and such similar insurance brokerage and insurance companies should have been given the opportunity to bid and submit tenders for the project. He says that the procurement of the services for a contractor by inviting a proposal of price quotation from a single supplier or contractor where the conditions under Section 40 of the Public Procurement Act have been met. The plaintiff says that the failure of the defendant to announce and call for invitation to bid for the insurance brokerage contract and the insurance company constitutes a breach of Article 36(2) of the 1992 Constitution. And so these are the issues that he's been raising. And not only does he want these contracts abrogated, he's also seeking for some prosecution. Ernest.
And so those are, can you just run us briefly through the reliefs he's seeking?
Right, he's seeking a number of declarations and orders. First, a declaration that the defendant's failure to award the contract for the design of the hospitals forming the Agenda 111 by competitive tendering was unlawful and contrary to Section 35 and 36 of the Public Procurement Act 2003, Act 663, a declaration that the failure of the defendant to comply with the laid down procedures provided under Section 35 and 36 of the Public Procurement Act 2003, when he awarded the contract to Dayi and Associates, rendered the decision and contract null and void with no effect. And so he also wants an order directed at the government to terminate the building design contract with Dayi and Associates. He also says that the 36 million cedis, which he alleged have already been paid to Mrs. David Dayi and Associates, should be refunded.
Very good. Thank you very much for bringing us those details.